welcome to Scatterbrained. I don't know if we're slicing together the 4 attempts that we've had on this episode already, because every time we have a different issue. I'm here with the Operator in the pink, and I'm here with the Senna in the blue.
Hello, it is me, the Senna.
And I am the Joseph Portelli. I have a cold, so I'm just using a PNG photo this episode. They're wrong. I still look amazing as usual with my luxurious hair. I just not in the mood to have my crusty face from my cold on the internet.
Yeah, I bet that 90-degree angled nose looks amazing right now.
It's actually it's the only part of me that looks rough.
Can you send me like a vial of some saliva and some snot, Joseph, please?
Why?
Just so I can get sick in the future.
I think that's a crime.
How is that? Can you not purposely get someone sick? Yeah, but
No,
if it's consensual,
I don't think I can send it across borders.
Huh?
Yeah.
You should send it to like some random tribes people who don't have immune systems.
Senna has the address, right?
Yeah, they're just down the road, like 10 minutes.
No, Senna, I can't censor that. Stop it. No. We said disable your camera for a second. That's so rude.
Haha, we have to make him use his camera.
Wait. Why?
I'm double jointed. I actually can't put this finger straight. This finger doesn't go straight, as you can see.
Dude,
none of them
British
do.
people can't do anything right.
Well, I can't go that one. It's because I'm double jointed, but I can do this and you can't. So
that is pretty cool. It looks like
You can't really tell on my one, but I can do it.
No, you can't. Not.
Slower.
Yeah, look at that though. Oh.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I obviously my camera's not on, but I'm trying, and I can't do even a mark.
No, I can even bend this one all the way back. Oh. Oh, and I can do this little T-Rex thing. Look at this.
Audio
So we're gonna
listeners
cut
are
all of
loving
this,
this.
right?
No, we just gotta. This is just like.
This is for a TikTok.
Yeah, that's for you have to get the TikToks. All those kids with their double jointed things.
Got one left. You ready? Look at this one. Everyone can do this one. That makes your finger go floppy.
Great. Okay, so anyway, who wants to talk first this week? I know we all got things we want to prompt. You know.
No,
Who wants
Actually, I didn't bring any.
You didn't bring any.
Hop should go first. Honestly, let him like pull something out of his ass.
Okay. No, I got nothing.
Okay, I have something.
I think I'm quitting the podcast, guys.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I need to go help my grandmother.
Oh, you know what? Sinner was just streaming. How close are you now, Sinner? That's the question. How close until you have to quit?
Okay, can we have bits that we can actually keep in the episode? These are
keep
funny,
that in.
but nobody's gonna understand it.
Oh,
Who's gonna get it, dude? We gotta. Whenever we do a bonus episode on Patreon, we can explain these bits. But for now, I have something.
Do you have something?
Do you guys ever get like cringe attacks from your memories? Like where you'll like be like laying in bed at night and then think about something you did when you're like 13 and then just like think about yourself for a half hour?
Yeah, I think everyone has that.
I don't know if I do. I was pretty cool. I was a pretty good kid.
I think you just haven't matured yet. It just hasn't gotten there yet.
I've got one video I am so ashamed of to the point where neither of you will ever see it. Maybe on the Patreon there.
Is it a?
It is so bad. I used to really like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I made my own one with like the Muppets and like animals.
Okay, that's not.
And I made it. I drew a picture of like my restaurant, right? And I did a video of me going across it in like the worst voice for a child, right? I was like going, "Oh my God, please help me, I'm dying." Like I'm pretending like I'm the someone who's just been hurt in this restaurant. And I'm doing the cringiest voice ever, and I hate the video so much.
I will never understand the hype behind Five Nights at Freddy's.
I just really liked it as a kid. I don't know why.
I thought the first game was really cool, but
Yes.
it became a thing where it was like, why is there so much lore for these games? And
that's the whole point.
It's
like the only thing.
The lore was the best part of the games.
Yeah, that's the only part of the game you're actually there for. You're not there for the gameplay.
I disagree. I like the first one gameplay wise.
I like FNAF 1 and FNAF 2, and then it sucks.
I haven't
like
played
FNAF
a single
2.
FNAF game. I just watched the game theory videos on them.
I think
yeah,
the
same.
first game was pretty cool, but it was just like everything past that point. Like the second one, they took away doors. You had to wear a mask. The
They
third
had
one,
vents. They work, right? vents their doors?
You can
mind me, I'm
close
just
the
scratching my
vents
elbow.
though.
Oh, I haven't played it in freaking years. There you go.
Yeah,
Trying
thanks.
my best. Trying my best.
Years.
Trying my best.
Also, I
Freaking
feel the
years.
need to throw this out here too. In case people are like watching on YouTube or Spotify, yeah, we do have to like censor because if we don't, YouTube won't push it. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
So you know,
I
we're
love
gonna
swearing.
yeah, it sucks because we do
I've had
swear quite a
something in
bit.
my eye. I've been like rubbing my eye so much, and there's something in it, and it's just not coming out.
It's my
Yeah, I was. Joseph couldn't aim. That's one thing I know about
I
him.
like how you just said we need to censor, and then you said something way worse than.
Can we not say
no, we can't say
what the freak?
what the freaking
What the
jars?
fudge?
What
We
the
only come up with our
jars?
own swear words that only we use.
Yeah.
What the frop? That's my fuck.
I-
That's my freak.
I jarsed in his eye.
Oh yeah, you jazzed.
I jarsed all over his face.
I shouldn't be rubbing my eye like this, but it's just it feels really weird.
Did you spawn in his eyes?
Oh yeah, I spawned by Todd McFarlane in his eyes.
My hair looks so up today, but it's fine.
Whoa! Use the correct swear word for your character.
That's my version of the swear word.
Damn, my hair looks so thirsty today. Is what you should have said. Damn, it's so buffalo today.
It's so buffalo.
I feel like there's something right here in my eye, and it's really pissing me off.
Really elephanting
You
you
should
off,
drown
right?
yourself.
How
Just
are we
like
gonna do
drown. Just
I feel like I'm making it worse by just rubbing it.
you probably are. I think
Stop
it's-
rubbing it.
Yeah, I think you should just stop rubbing it.
Keep blinking. Trust me, it works.
Yeah, just blink aggressively. Do that for the rest of the podcast.
Hey guys, so I had this really interesting story that I swear I'm not on drugs. I'm doing this.
He
with
looks
my eyes.
blind.
Yeah, you do. Daredevil cosplay. I think we can actually use the middle finger though, because I see that quite a bit. Like, I don't think like the middle finger by itself. No, I think the fuck you's a no-no, but I think the middle finger's fine.
What about this one? Oh god, that looks bad from me with the double jointedness. Oh god, that looks terrible. I'm gonna stop that.
Bro, win. What about this one?
My fingers don't go straight.
Nothing about you straight.
Peace. That is true.
Okay.
I do love bumming
okay.
men.
Professionalism.
Professionalism. Well, you guys ruined my prompt, dude. Okay. I was trying to start a little thing. So, like, when I was in middle school, like, I had a cringe attack recently because I remember I had, like, earbuds in and I was listening to a Bullet for My Valentine album, which is like a metal band.
Yeah, I know.
And then I thought I was humming, but I was actually singing. So I actually like sing like in my 6th grade class, and that just like awoken in me recently. And for a half hour, I was like, should I just like go into the bathtub with a toaster and end it all? Like, I was like, how many like there's people out there that know that happened to me.
You saying "Bullet for My Valentine" unlocked a different memory.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a band, I think.
Wait, you actually know Bullet for My Valentine?
Because of something that happened in my country.
Oh my god. Okay, go ahead.
God.
So years and years ago, do you guys know? Does the name Oscar Pistorius mean anything to you guys?
It sounds familiar,
No.
but I don't know it.
Okay, so Oscar, I'm just gonna call him Oscar because his last name literally just sounds like piss. So I'm just gonna call him Oscar.
Fair.
So Oscar was what is it called when you are in the Paralympics?
Paralyzed?
No, he wasn't. He was a contender in the Paralympics. What is that called?
Quadriplegic?
Failure?
Oh,
He didn't win? He didn't win.
Wait,
No, he was-
wait, the paraplegics is the one for like disabilities, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
didn't have legs from like the knees down, basically.
Oh, good for him.
And you might want to change that after I tell you what happened.
Okay.
So basically, he had a girlfriend, and one night.
Oh, is this the guy that? Oh, I know what happened. Okay, go ahead.
I know.
Yeah. So Oscar was he ran in the Paralympics. He had these blades that he put on the bottom of his feet. They call it blades. It's like basically a piece of plastic that bends like this, and then
It looks pretty cool though.
Like the
in all
Kingsman
fairness.
movies.
Kind of, yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
But so what happened was one night, like his girlfriend got shot on Valentine's Day, right in their house, and there was this whole like entire South African news coverage about it because this guy was quite popular in like South Africa. And the more info that came out about it, the more sus it became, because everything like that Oscar said kind of didn't work into what happened. So basically, the story that Oscar told the police is that he was sleeping that night and his door was open because it was a hot night and the fans didn't work or something like that. And the fans were, or no, I was wrong. The fans were on the balcony and he went to go get a fan from the balcony and put it inside because it was a hot night. And he left the balcony door open. So he walked all the way from his bed towards the balcony, grabbed a fan, came back inside, put it down, put it on. And then he said he heard something in the bathroom. And in his mind, this immediately meant someone broke into his house. So he went and grabbed his gun and went up to the door. He shouted out like once or twice, didn't get a reply, and then he shot like 3 times through the door.
That's on her.
He opened the door and his girlfriend was there dead, right? But a lot of people think that he is just talking because like so basically he stood up out of bed, went to the balcony, came back into his room and turned on a fan. And then this entire time he said he never looked to see if his girlfriend was in bed. Who gets out of bed and doesn't just like make sure their significant other is in bed, or just who doesn't just even realize that their significant other is not in bed? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do feel the need to say this though. Okay, it's going to be a little up. We're kind of all picturing just like a able-bodied man walking around.
Yeah.
He's like either he put on his blades or he's like
crawling like a zombie.
Yeah, he kind of like
he's trying to save him for next round.
He's like using his hands to walk or something.
He hit the box a couple
like
times.
like the tank from Left 4 Dead. He's like walking around holding his legs up.
So basically, like the thing with Bullet for My Valentine is this happened on Valentine's Day, and like for the longest time after this, like there was just this like really joke that went around in my country, being like, "Hey, what's Oscar's favorite band? Bullet for My Valentine." Then everyone would burst out laughing, because like it's basically all but known that he shot her, but he's still denying it to this day that it wasn't like his intention.
But why didn't she reply to him when he shouted her name a couple times?
He
deserves to get shot. That's what I'm saying.
I think that was just his story.
Yeah, I think the theory is that he didn't yell out. He just shot her.
He was just like angry for some reason or like hated her and he shot her through the door.
I can understand.
Just to say,
actually, like, yeah, I agree with you guys.
It's easy to just say the beast. I shouted and asked if there was someone in there. Nobody answered, so I shot, which is also just really stupid.
There's why shoot into an empty room?
Let's shoot the toilet. Like what the?
I mean, maybe he thought like some random guy was like Spider-Maning in like the top corner or something. Maybe there was the whole time.
I mean, he could be innocent. I'm not saying he's like guilty or whatever. It's like, what's the saying? Guilty until proven innocent, or the other way around?
Innocent until proven guilty.
Okay, innocent until proven guilty.
Can we also
what it feels like today anymore?
So I have 2 things to say. One, I think he did it. 2, I do feel the need to say, because we literally had to add like fact checks last episode. So let me just add a massive disclaimer here. Anything you hear while listening to this podcast,
I might be talking out of my ass.
Yeah, just assume it's completely fake, because me and Hop both, like the multiple times last week, just made things up.
Hey, I made mine up with some evidence. It was based on something else. It was close enough, I'm saying.
Yeah, but
mine is all.
I was being actively vague.
Mine is all hearsay. I heard it from others, like a bunch of different sources.
And we also don't even really know Sin is actually from South Africa.
So what's the point of watching the podcast? Please click off now.
If you expect
to the unfactual podcast.
If you expect to hear even a single lick of truth come out of any of our mouths, you're truly in the wrong place. Listen, dude, we're not Joe Rogan, who just, without a doubt, can just say nothing but true things. Yeah, can we get Jamie? Yeah, can we get a Jamie?
Jamie,
hey, Jamie, can you pull something up that fits my agenda every time I speak? I would love that, honestly, though, dude. We just have a guy who he never like questions us. We can just say, "Hey, Jamie, pull up The Sky is Purple," and he'll just find an article saying that technically the sky is purple.
If you're watching this and your name is Jamie, please email us.
Yeah, email us. We don't have an email public yet. We're working on it.
No, we don't. Email.
We're still working on the website.
Put a comment down.
I'm still working on the website. I have the website built, but it just refuses to accept our domain. So it's a work in progress.
Or if your name is Amy, we'll be fine with that as well.
Have I ever told you guys about the time I got chokeslammed in the middle of the street? So I was in 5th or 6th grade. I'm not entirely sure which one. And I was walking through the streets with my friends. It was me and 2 other people, a guy and a girl. They were dating, and I was like kind of the third wheel, but that's whatever. And we were walking, and we were like in the main street, right? And then some guy, don't know who the he is to this day, came up from behind, picked me up like this by my neck, and threw me on the ground. I looked at him after I looked at him on the ground, and he was like, "Stay away from my car!" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then he looked at me, and then he got confused for a second. So I think he got the wrong guy. He looked confused, and he walked away. My friends just stood there and laughed at me. I was like in shock because I was laying on the floor, like, what did I do? And like I had like marks around my neck because he like squeezed my neck as he picked me up because I was a
Jesus
small child.
Christ.
I got home that night. My mom was like, What happened? Why do you have like bruises around your neck?" And I said, "Well, I was walking through the streets and I got chokeslammed by some random like 40-year-old guy." And my mom was like, What happened? Do you know who he is?" I'm like, "I've never met that man in my life." And since this day, or until today, I still have no reason why I got chokeslammed.
Well, I actually might have a reason
Something about this guy's car.
Did you know South Africa has 65 carjackings per day?
Yeah, we got carjacked in this town that I
Yeah,
live in now.
but what I'm saying is this guy probably saw you come near his car. He's like, "What the? Not again for the 65th time today!"
I was like 12 years old. What was I gonna do?
You were gonna carjack, man. If 65 cars are getting stolen a day, there's got to be at least one kid.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It sounds
Take
like
it out.
it sounds like you were asking for it. Honestly, I mean, were you near his car?
I know. We were just like walking on the sidewalk.
Did you see his car? What type of car was it?
No, he like literally after he chokeslammed me, he went around the corner and then he was gone.
You must have done something around that corner.
He went back to his car to make sure you weren't stealing it. Honestly, I'm all for this guy. I think he was defending himself.
Choke slamming a 12-year-old is not okay.
I disagree. I completely disagree, honestly. I think Senna was asking for it.
You know, I thought this was a safe space to share my stories, but I guess not.
I'm on your side, Senna. I'm on your side.
It's not a safe place.
It's not a safe place, no.
You know what, Joseph? I'm gonna call you Joe from now on.
Ooh, Joe.
I'm gonna call that guy back and tell him that you're about to jack his car. He's gonna bust through the wall, and I'm gonna have a great Patreon clip of you getting choke slammed.
Kool-Aid Man style, just bust through the wall.
Do you reckon you could have him now if he did it again? Do you reckon you could beat him?
I mean, probably. I hit a growth spurt in like 7th grade, and I like gained a meter of height. I was quite
get a
short
rematch
up
going?
until the 7th grade.
Can we get a rematch for the Patreon?
I mean, the guy's probably like 50 or 60 now. I don't know.
He gets his car, by the way, for the fight.
Hey, dude, Jake Paul would do it. You gotta do it too.
Sinner versus a guy in a car.
He just runs me over.
No, you got to jack it first. That's the point. Tries to run you over, you just go, take it.
I just wish I knew what I did to this man, because I do think he got the wrong guy, because when he looked at me while I was on the floor like reeling from confusion, he looked at me all confused and then he just walked away without saying anything. So I literally think he saw me from behind. I looked the same as the guy who like fucked with his car, and he choke slammed me for it.
Like I said, at least one kid's got to be doing it.
My friends just didn't care. They were just laughing. I was like, I couldn't breathe for like a second.
You had really
because,
bad friends.
I would laugh at him as well. That'd be hilarious. Seeing your freaking choke slammed by a 40-year-old.
You see, this is why I'm not friends with Hulk.
I would love to watch that.
It's just so weird, man.
That does seem very weird.
I wish again, I've said this like so many times. I just wish I knew what was the story behind it. Because it seems like there's a bigger story there. I
feel like it's pretty obvious. Someone stole his car and he didn't want it happening again.
By a 12-year-old kid?
Probably, yeah.
In the middle of the streets?
I mean, in all fairness, we don't know what you guys get up to.
Exactly.
You could, like, maybe you looked... Okay, so you are the minority in your country. Maybe you just saw another little white kid.
It was a white guy called the Chokeslam.
It was a white guy.
It was a white guy, okay. Okay, well, never mind then. Okay.
Well, then it's maybe white on white crime. What the?
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
What? I guess it was just he was he saw another little white cracker, okay, and he didn't feel safe, so he hurt you.
He knows how dangerous white people are.
That's why I gained so much weight growing up. I just have a fear of being chokeslammed again.
At least you won't be able to lift you now.
Yeah, no one can lift me up now.
He pulls you and you're just like, hello.
So what
Can
you're
you put me
doing.
down, sir?
Do you reckon you could pick him up? Was he a big guy?
Nah, he was a skinny dude.
Yeah, f him up then.
Why don't you try to track this guy down and get your revenge?
You need to park your car outside of his
Years
house and then
ago,
slam
man.
him.
It was literally like a decade ago now.
I think you should go try to find him. And I think you should hurt him.
I think you should hurt him. Chokeslam onto a car.
I think you should hurt him real bad.
Yeah. We'll do a little interaction. I'll be the guy chokeslam and you be yourself. What would you do today?
Hop, you would not be able to choke slam me.
Oi!
Yeah, imagine he's British.
I'm choking you.
I mean, I just don't see British people as a threat, honestly.
I still think you should have finished it off by telling us how you'd kill that man. But sure. I think you should have been like, I would put my gun in his mouth and
I'm not American.
splattered his brains all over the cement.
No,
I'm
so it would be
American.
like,
We don't have guns here.
I'm gonna train some snakes to attack you. There you go. That's what you guys do, right?
No,
I'm gonna get an elephant to charge on your car.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Rhino, go! Tackle! It's like Pokemon.
Get him, Simba!
See, what he should have done is done a Pokemon battle with you. He should have like challenged you in the street, being like, "What are you doing walking past my car?" And then summoned like an animal. And then you should have done it back.
Honestly, dude, Africamon would go pretty hard.
Africamon. He
You guys
uses
just go
his...
collect wild animals and just like
ostrich.
fighting tigers in the streets.
I mean, yeah, honestly, that sounds kind of cool.
Sounds better than like hurt each other.
Your starters are like some of the smaller animals here, like a meerkat,
A
or
koala.
something like that. Koalas
Well,
are not in my country.
Are they Australian?
Yeah, they're Australian.
Okay. Rhino, a baby rhino.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Where's the Africa region Pokemon? You
Yeah,
guys
baby
racist?
rhino, baby giraffe, and a baby tiger. There you go.
It's your turn for a subject.
We had 10 views so far on our podcast. Thank you very much. On to Joseph.
Woo! Yeah, we actually we should actually talk about this we are recording it the day episode 1 comes out. Like that's like right now it has been 5 hours since that episode has been uploaded. We already have 10 views, which is pretty sick. So thank you guys
very much.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for watching
Yeah, I hope you guys
and listening.
watch this one because I feel like the first one's kind of a rough start, but I'm happy. I feel like this one's going to get a lot better.
We still don't really know what we're doing. We're just like messing around still.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, it's not like we've had like 4 podcasts before.
No.
Who's we?
Yeah, it's not like me and Joseph have had like 4 podcasts before.
Yeah, I think when I did the math, I had 6.
Oh, I've got like 4.
I'm a
4 or 5
virgin.
Were you? Did you ever have one without me?
We popped your cherry. Oh my god. Sorry, I was just so happy we popped Cinna's cherry.
You never had one without me, did you? Did you guys ever attempt what during your? I
actually had one before you.
Did you?
It didn't. It was like we didn't never posted the video, but we had an idea. It was called the Send Pain Podcast.
The what?
The Send Pain Podcast.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, you
like senpai in pain. It was because there was this girl. I wasn't dating her. She was just my friend. She was actually really weird, and I stopped being friends with her because she was crazy.
Like every broad, am I right, guys?
Like every woman, am I right? Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And my name at that point wasn't the Hopperator, as you know me now. It was Smackerel Fishy. So I had the S bit at the start, and then it was Pain for some reason.
So you're
but yeah, it never went through.
Time. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting worse. Can't wait for the next podcast.
No. This is the final podcast. Because I am so sick of starting podcasts again. This is the last one we're doing, or I am putting a gun in my mouth, honestly. So, yeah,
you should.
Yeah, because we've done this way too many times at this point.
We have. It's been brutal.
Yeah, it's been hard, guys. It's been hard.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little episode, I think, where we're just gonna talk poop about all of our old podcast members. What do you think?
Yeah. You guys can have that on the Patreon if you want. We'll do a video on the lore of the.
Yeah, which unironically we've already done. We have done that already, but we did
that for the last podcast we had.
Yeah, and we'll talk about why that one didn't go well.
Yeah, it's because Joseph likes to quit halfway through.
Oh God. Yeah,
I'll sleep when I'm dead, guys. I'll sleep when I'm
Cut
dead.
it on that bit.
I'll sleep when I'm dead, for sure.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah, we'll do it. We're gonna have some cool stuff coming, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And the more we do, the better it'll get. And that's the lie that I'm currently telling
Look at
myself.
it this way: by episode 50, this podcast is going to be completely different.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. By
then,
hope.
my hair will be the same length.
They're gonna shave it off and then re-get it back.
Mm-hmm. I'm shaving off next episode.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I'm going bald. The boulderator.
I'm honestly all for this. I think that'd look really good on you.
No, it would not. I'm way too chubby for that.
No,
I look good with the long hair. Look how cool I look, man. I look like Bucky from. If I had black hair, I'd look like Bucky.
I hate like
I don't look
buzz
like Bucky.
cuts because when I was younger, that's the only haircut I could get from my stepdad used to cut my hair, and he would just give me buzz cuts. So I would either have like a mini afro with how my hair grew, or I would have a buzz cut. There was no in between.
Is your
It was
stepdad
really
black?
annoying. No, he's white.
Oh, everyone around you's white.
Yeah, minority stick together.
Woo!
You're the most like racist African ever, dude. You don't have.
Do you have anyone black in your family?
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
Where's your melanin?
My grandma's brother is like married to a black woman, I think.
Woo!
I think.
I'm so proud.
I don't know him, so I might be wrong, but I remember like visiting him as a child, like with my parents as like a family reunion.
And you couldn't forget him.
No, I forgot him pretty easily. I don't remember his name.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got something to say now. I actually do have something to talk about.
All right.
So I was watching a video on YouTube the other day, and it was this guy teaching his 65-year-old dad who never played video games, and he was making him play Dark Souls. And my mother said that she would do that with me, not on Dark Souls, because she has played video games before, but she was not going to play Dark Souls because I've never played it, so I wouldn't be of any help. But my mum said she will play Castle Crashers with me, so I can teach my mum to play Castle Crashers for a video, which could be very fun.
That would be fun.
Because I know how much you guys like Mama Hop. Mama Hop was very, very cool.
I mean, I'm kind of indifferent. Joseph is just the guy that's like extremely horny towards your mom.
Okay, let's be respectful. Okay,
Jaden went to see her yesterday.
I'm not horny towards his mom.
Joseph.
Sinner.
Joseph, if we were in Discord right now, I would play the soundbite.
Just so you know, if this stays in the video, my mom's gonna hear it.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying because I feel like I need to defend myself.
So that's why.
So we can't talk big game in front of her. Oh, it's all talk.
I feel the need to defend myself. I've never been disrespectful toward Hop's mother. I think she's
he's been very.
I think she's a very pretty woman, but I've never, and I mean never, been disrespectful towards her. And
she's the only woman that he hasn't disrespected. That's actually
Amen.
That's true.
Amen. No, but no, I admire Hop's mother.
For raising such a cool guy, look at me. I'm awesome.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
I mean, I had to step in a little bit.
Yeah,
I had to step in, which I think that's also why Hop's mom is fond of me, because I had to, show up when there's no father figure to show up.
I was telling my mom this last night. That if I had to choose between my real dad or Joseph in a fire, I'm carrying Joseph out. He's my boy.
Horrible, man.
He is my boy.
I like how even with that, he's like my real dad or Joseph. There isn't like both of my dads, the real one or Joseph, to make sure nobody gets confused.
He's getting. Why you just have that?
It was there. I just thought it looked cool. Yeah, I'm getting dripped for the second half.
But no, I felt the need to just say that I have no disrespectful feelings towards Hop's mother.
No, he's very respectful.
And if she's listening to this, I hope that is clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if she ever wants to get dinner or
he treat you very nice.
It'd be great.
I give you permission.
I'm aware. It's
that was for my mum to know that I give her permission.
It's honestly strange how cool you are with this hypothetical at all times.
You're one of my best friend. Why would I not want you around 24/7?
Because you know what? I'm just.
I'll be fine with you.
He's like, I get to actually call you dad.
I've never had one.
No, I think Hop's made it very clear his opinions on the matter.
It's actually quite interesting. I'd like to study his brain, honestly. Just,
I
like,
need a
see what's going
positive
on in there.
male figure in my life. I don't have one.
Yeah.
Just watch the Joe Rogan podcast, and you'll have
Oh God.
He's bald.
I can't stand Joe Rogan. To shit on him 2 times in this episode, I really just can't stand him. I used to not mind him, but back when he was just like a comedian that talked to comedians, I was actually fine with it.
Like, I thought he was like a boxing guy, right? Like he used to just talk to a bunch of boxers.
He
UFC something.
He like did like commentary for the UFC, but he started off as a comedian. But I'm just like, when you're like, it's like one of those things. Like, why, like, if somebody his entire thing is complaining about cancel culture, I just have no interest in their content. It's just like that tenfold. I
can't tell the difference between Joe Rogan and Dana White. They look the same to me. Every time I see them, I'm always like, which one are you? I know you're one of the bold people who talks about UFC, but I don't know which one. Unless he says Jamie, and then I immediately go, oh, okay.
That's Rogan.
That's Rogan.
That's Rogan.
Yes, Jamie.
And then he'll like show you a video of monkeys having sex.
Or a horse drowning in a pool. And then Elon goes,
yeah. Yeah, God, we should get off this topic. I'm just going to write Elon rant next.
That was my topic gun.
My liberal agenda is going to go everywhere. All right. We have anything else?
It's your turn, Joseph.
Joseph, you said you had like a list of things.
All right,
yeah, come on.
Another one. I thought we were. Oh, you know,
something to bang on.
You know, Cinna. It could have helped you during your assault over that carjacking that you allegedly did.
G2A.
I didn't.
You know who could have helped you? Tony Soprano, because you've been watching The Sopranos a lot recently.
Yeah, I just finished the first season today.
And the streaming service you're watching it on censored the word jerk.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So
I found that really strange because like jerk isn't even like a swear word. It's not even like a bad word. It's just like.
But it's if to say like jerk off, I think, because I think that's a bad word. I wouldn't say that on YouTube.
No, but he literally just said you jerk, and the subtitles like censored it, and I was like, why?
I think jerk is probably a shorter version of calling someone a jerk off, which implies penis.
Yeah, but nobody assumes a jerk is bad. Like you could like if a kid says jerk, you're like, hey, bad. Don't say that.
I think it counts in. It's less of a swear word than crap, I'd say, and I wouldn't count crap as a swear word.
Yeah, I think jerk is less than crap. Crap is like you have to like watch it when you say crap in front of a teacher.
I've said crap in front of a teacher.
Well, I've said
on purpose. I was like, "Can I say?"
I almost fought one of my teachers.
Okay, go ahead. That's another story, Senna. Go ahead. Tell us how you almost fought one of your. That's very white trash of you. I admire that.
So basically, this was in high school. This was in this town. I was in 9th or 10th grade. I think it was 9th or 10th. Yeah, I don't remember. But I remember the situation. So basically, there was this teacher. He used to be an English teacher. Then he just like 1 year switched to a completely different subject, which is life orientation, which is a subject that is it's a mandatory subject in South Africa, but it's like the most useless subject ever. Like there's nothing you learn from that subject. It's literally just like, don't do drugs. Be a good person. Use protection when you have sex. It's like the most common knowledge, right? And like they treat it like it's this mind-blowing information that nobody has ever known. But basically this teacher, right? He was a young guy, and you know, basically every young guy teacher, what do? They're
usually the cool teachers.
They flirt with the girls in the class.
Whoa, no. Whoa, no, they don't. Hold up. Is that true? Wait. What age group is this?
I was like in 9th or 10th grade. And he was like in his
14.
20s.
So
14, right?
14, yeah.
Yeah. This happens in a lot of places. I've heard this from other places as well. But
we had a Nazi teacher, but not on the 14-year-olds.
I never had that in high school, or I never noticed at least.
So basically what was happening is this guy switched over from English to a new subject, and like he was the teacher who would like flirt with the girls. Like I say flirt, but
Can we
it's
just call him
more
a
like,
pedophile? Like,
yeah, he's basically a pedophile.
can we just call him a pedophile? That's just what he is, right?
That's part of the reason as to why I almost beat him up. So
Good boy.
basically what happened was he was an English teacher, and even back then he was kind of weird. Then he switched over to being a life orientation teacher, which is a subject in South African schools. And what happened was he was like yet again, I say flirt. It wasn't really flirt, but you could see there was something else going on there. He had a very interesting relationship with all of the girls in the class.
Okay.
And basically, he didn't even do his job. Like, when we came to his class, we just treated it as a free period because he never, like, did anything. And because he, like, flirted with students, I had a friend who was a female, and she was on the netball team. Don't know if you guys have netball in your countries.
We do.
Okay. She was on the net.
What's net? Is that like basketball? Like
It's like badminton with a ball.
It's hard to explain because
it's badminton without rackets and balls.
No, netball. That's not.
Netball.
It's not.
Oh,
netball.
It's basketball.
It's not volleyball.
Okay, I'm thinking of volleyball.
It's basically basketball, but you can only do like 1 or 2 steps every time you have.
Yeah, it's female one. Only girls ever played it here.
Yeah, only girls played it in my country as well, from what I know. But basically, one of my friends was she was on the netball team, and this teacher made her really uncomfortable every time we got to class.
Understandable.
He had this like I don't like using this word. He had this weird aura around him, where like every
just say a weird vibe, you zoomer.
Every girl that came around him got uncomfortable, and like except for like the 1 or 2 that like enjoyed the attention. And like he always like would be exactly by their table, or they would go up to his like desk at the front of the class, and nobody would ever do anything in his class. And my one friend came to me and said she was uncomfortable around him because he kept bothering her every time we came to class. And I went up to the teacher and I told him, "Look, you're making my friend uncomfortable. Could you stop doing this because it's just not appropriate?" And he looked at me like he was about to murder my entire extended family. Like, this guy was not happy that I interrupted him, like, with his flirting with teenage girls.
Riz.
His
pedo riz.
So basically, he told me to sit back down. Like, he just didn't treat it like it was an actual problem. So I thought, okay, I'm going after your job. So I took a video of the class, basically to show that he's not doing his job and he's only flirting with teachers. And I put it on like a group chat that we had. That was like our class had a group chat for if people were absent that day, or there was like a notification that we needed to let everyone know about that everyone wasn't there for something. I put it on the class. I put it on the group chat, and then it spread throughout the school instantly. And everyone was like, yeah, I knew this teacher was like this. The girls came forward and stuff like that. And this guy was close to losing his job because of it. It took like half an hour before I got called to the headmaster's like office.
Oh my god, you guys actually have headmasters?
We have that, yeah.
Principal, headmaster,
that's sick.
And I got called there. And he was there, and like a bunch of other girls were there. So basically what happened is this guy didn't know the video was out there. One of the girls who was like into the flirting went to him and showed him it. I came into the headmaster's class, or the headmaster's like office. He glared at me with like the most hate in his eyes I've ever seen another man have. And like I sat down and the headmaster asked me, "So Chris, can you tell me about this video that you posted on the group chat?" And I told him what happened. I told him that he made my friend uncomfortable, and she came to me and she told me that she's uncomfortable in his class. And I went to him and I asked him, could he just stop like being around her specifically because he made her uncomfortable with how he was like talking and behaving in front of her. And basically what happened is the more I spoke, the more everyone in the school was like, yeah, that's not great. And they said, okay, we understand your point, but we're gonna need you to like delete the video. And I was like, okay, I'll delete the video. I don't know what that's gonna do because it's already spread throughout the school. So I said, okay. And they watched me like take out my phone and delete the video.
Should have saved it first.
I mean, the video
somebody else
probably
did.
Yeah, probably somebody else.
How he's describing it, somebody else already had that video down.
And so yeah, that happened. And like I think the next year or the year after that, the teacher wasn't at our school anymore. I don't know if it's because of that or that was like a reason because of it, because he was never really good at his job. Even when he was an English teacher, he sucked absolute at being a teacher. he was the worst teacher I've ever had just because he wasn't teaching. Like, I never liked school. I'm not a nerd, but just the fact that like we needed to pass these subjects, otherwise we would fail our terms, because these were like required subjects that we needed to pass.
Did you have
he
tests
just
for
didn't
it?
care. Yeah,
you have tests for living life.
Life orientation. Yeah, we had tests for it. But to be fair, it was like the easiest stuff ever.
You know, ironically, with that class, you would think one of the lessons would be don't be a pedo.
Yeah,
like you think that'd be like
there was
day
maybe
one.
there was a lesson on that, and he just didn't like teach it.
He just skipped that
you had
chapter.
to get a substitute.
I just can't teach this nonsense, dude. This woke liberal nonsense. They're 14. That's not okay.
It was just so weird, and like.
So what's on the test though? Is it like someone hands you heroin? Do you inject it? Yes or no?
No, it's like I remember one of the tests we had was like, it was like we had to like write down a time schedule for this girl so that she could like get to all her appointments during the day that she needed to get to.
Oh,
it was
cringe.
like. So, like, basically, it's not a stupid subject if it's, like, actually taught well, but it was never taught well. It's basically teaching us how to, like, you know, manage time and, like, what we should do in a situation where, like, people are pressuring us into, like, using drugs or something like that if we're not comfortable with that. Or teaching us about safe sex and stuff like that. Just, like, the stuff that a lot of schools don't teach kids. Like, we have that as a subject, and I'm kind of happy about that. But, like, again, it was never taught to us in a good manner. And that just reminded me that I almost like threw hands with this guy, because after we came out of this office, forgot to add this, he like came up to me and he told me, if you ever do anything like that again, I'm going to beat you up. And I looked at him and I was like, are you sure? I was 14 or 15 years old, and I was taller and bigger than him. And I was on the rugby team. So like, I don't know what this guy thought he was going to do to me. And like, it was just, I'm so happy this guy lost his job. I hope he lost his job and didn't just transfer, because there was like in my time during school, I had to deal with like three teachers like that. One was a old guy, one was this guy, and one was a female. So
in what position did you play in rugby?
I was I don't know what it is in English. Stit.
Stit. Where were you? Back, front?
Front line.
Ooh, okay. I would have been grabbing your balls as a flanker.
I'm looking up the positions. I was the tight head prop.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I would have been 2 back, 1 left from you in a scrum at least.
I'll sleep when I'm dead. Thanks for
I'll sleep when
listening.
I'm dead.